What's up, everybody? Time to do some Automobilista. Right now, we're doing a championship. I just did one quick race yesterday. Unfortunately, I screwed up the classing. I don't know if I want to go back. Yeah, you know what? We'll go back. Let's restart this championship. So we're gonna do a new one. Edit the championship. We need to deal with class scoring, yes. Because that really messed us up. So what was going down was, I mean, obviously I was in first place. I could keep up with the Caterhams a little bit. But we are just going to jump right in. I'll probably do a little bit of, actually, you know what we're going to also do while we're here is with this opponent, yeah, whatever, that's all fine. We are picking this. We're going to go with the Beetle. And we're going to turn the AI skill up all the way to 100. I had it at 98. I'm trying to figure stuff out with me. How I'm doing. Can I change the AI aggression? Shoot. Let's go. There we go. That was weird. It didn't. We're going to keep it on medium. We'll keep the mistakes on standard. Somebody had it set to like 5. Let's go to ×2. No, we'll keep it on standard for now. Let me know if you're here, if you want to see anything. We're just gonna skip probably right into qualifying. You're probably gonna see the screen splash for a minute. I want to turn crew chief on.
Radio check.
Actually, you know what?
Radio
We're
check.
gonna stop. I do want to turn their. I just want to reset his messages. I had him on to swear. We don't need him swearing today. Just need to do one thing here. Flip back. So, just need to change our game. And crew chief to AMS.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio
roll.
check.
And we're going to turn them down a tiny bit as soon as I can find him. There's crew chief. They're already at 50%. But we're going to turn him down a little bit. I don't know why we have 2 crew chiefs on my list here. But we'll get him turned down. Back. I love how this does not load in the background. That's the one thing that drives me nuts. I'm going to turn my volume down a little bit in my headset because that almost a little nuts. We're going to return to the pits. We're going to skip to the end. Simulate that. We're just going to go and run just a couple of laps here. Alright. As long as we have no rain. I'm not going to do any rain races. Why doesn't my shifter show up? Give me 1 sec. Interesting. Gotta love sim racing, right? Don't know why my shifter's not appearing. Unplug it and plug it back in. I'm just gonna check the Sim Magic software here. Does not see anything from my steering wheel. Interesting. It should be plugged in somewhere. Let me just make sure I didn't not plug something in. Yeah, everything's plugged in. Let me just... Let's try that quick. And let's see what's going on here. Alright, let me just make sure I got everything plugged in. The cord should be powered on. Apologies for this. I'm sneaking through here. Yeah, it helps if I don't kick the switch underneath my desk. I felt something click earlier. Alright. People, I apologize for that. We are back. Sorry for all the banging around. Bear with me, just gonna adjust my audios a tiny bit. You can get a little music. Alright, let's see. I might have to restart. Let's see if this picks it up. AMS2, we're gonna have to completely back out. I apologize. What a mess to the start of the stream. I got everything nice. I went through, I vacuumed everything out real quick. Yeah, let's exit this. It should save all of our settings though. But we should be able to just fire this right back up. Go right back in there. So one thing, I really would like to get a powered hub and just handle everything through a powered hub. Right now I've got a couple of different things plugged in. My pedals, my wheel, and my flagger display are all a separate USB. And then my button box and I believe the wheel? No, just the button box and my my dash are set up through a USB hub. So I've got like several plugs, and it drives me nuts. Plus bass shaker, for whatever reason, my noob sound, the USB died on it, so now that's another plug. It used to just be plugged into my hub, but I don't have it in my hub anymore because the USB pooped out on it. So yeah, let's go back here. We'll see how I do qualifying and stuff. I was really ahead of the AI at 98%. It really depends on the series. I do wish that there was an adaptive setup for AMS2. It definitely depends on the series. Hey, look, I can shift and steer and everything now.
Exit's clear. Stay behind the white line. Okay, I've got 14 minutes to do the business. Exit covers will take you.
So we're just going to do hopefully a couple laps. Tires, everything's cold here. That lap is a sucker. That corner is a sucker. I finally learned not to get suckered in by it, but man, is it a sucker. So these cars I've been finding are interesting to drive.
Favorite 30 flag range.
Alright, serious lap. Most of my tires are pretty good now. Braking the 50, hard brake. Too hard. Not doing great right now. Take fifth right now. I'm gonna return to the pits. I don't want to have you guys sit here and watch me
Restart it, get the clutch in next time.
qualifying. Let's see, where are we going? Yeah, we're in the middle here. Let's see how well we do. I'd rather prefer, like, I don't want to just drive away from the field.
When you need to get on with it, here we go, get ready.
Racing, I'm not going to reset even if the AI does something terrible, because that means I probably lunged when I shouldn't have. That's usually a track doing something terrible. I was a little aggressive, especially in this turn. car, make it past this stupid spot.
Car left. Clear left.
This is not a good passing spot.
Okay,
back
the
on.
next car is Lopez.
Mike can run on this guy. He's out wide.
Clear left.
AI is a little less aggressive in this set of mirrors.
Right side. Right. Clear right.
Cameron's going off somewhere. Let's see if we can stick this here.
Still there.
Room because you do tend to push outside and got the there.
Last lap was at 19. Right
Fucking
right.
Still
Still there. Car right. Clear right.
As I'm talking about, you get suckered in there, and with here, if you are going slow enough and you start trying to steer with your brake, going into that corner, you'll end up going.
On your left. Clear left. Left side. Right side. Still there. Clear right.
Sorry, I was driving. Yeah, if you go too crazy into that turn, and then you try and mash your brake, just gives that little shock. Oh God.
Locals yellow. Safety car's coming out. Stay behind. Figures.
Dang it.
Safety car.
I saw the getter upside down, and it's like, oh man, and I got distracted. So yeah, we'll just sit here and do a safety car. Might take a little bit of time to get this all everybody caught up again.
Rodriguez just retired from the race.
It's like we're caught up with the safety car. Hopefully we're green next time coming out.
All right, Dado. Get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
So I've done a little bit of race room content. The one thing that drives me nuts about race room is
Keep pushing. 10 minutes
starts
remaining. 10 minutes.
and how it like you don't get control until even with AI
Safety car's coming in.
single player content, you don't really get control of your vehicle until you pass the start finish line. Sometimes it shifts you a little wonky, so I do like being able to drive during cautions. I do wish my water was a little closer so I could grab it. Crew chief will tell me that my tires are cold all the time.
Safety car base.
These tires don't get super
Right, go ahead of us is Arguer. Green flag, we're racing.
like even though AMS says that they're warm, they're 40 degrees. So crew chief is gonna go and he say, hold on,
Don't try to race later, just
my
concentrate.
dashboard also says that they're cold tires. They drive a little cold. There's no adjustable brake balance in this car. You can adjust it with the setup. I tend to just run the standard setups. I feel about second in that corner. Brake at 50. Tires are warm again. Down the brake stab. Set my back end a little too far.
Car right. Clear right.
The next car is Richards.
2 for 1.
Car right. Watch car. Left. Outer line. Clear.
Resets the high road, keep it up.
Left side.
They're going to try and go past me. I can't.
Clear wide. Clear left. Clear
I
right.
haven't mastered that corner.
It's half distance, fuel levels are fine.
aggressive on those brakes and those turns, especially as everything's warmed up. It just loves to spin around. Yeah, that's a track. That's what I thought.
Limits, watch those lines.
Last lap, I don't know if we can get a podium out of here. We might be able to catch up and get third. Jeez. I mean, even they do it. They do a little break. Yeah, I don't think I have enough space.
Argue it. He's leading the race.
It might be enough to make that last here through this turn. I don't want to be too crazy.
Your left. Still there.
Drag race. You get it.
E3.
Ooh, one more lap.
Right side. Clear right.
So I can catch
Far right. Clear right.
See, this thing just loves to start.
Hold your line. Clear left.
Drove it, he
Clear
drove
left.
it.
Clear left. Left side. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line.
That's the next
Still
turn.
there. Clear left.
So this turn you can break into a little bit. Most the other ones get squirrely pretty quick. I'm kicking up. Especially in the complex corners where, you know, your suspension isn't exactly settled.
Finish. Nice. Well done, Adam.
We got third. Not terrible considering. All things. We'll skip the cool down. Let's go check the replay. Let's see. We need. That's not going to give us a time. Let's see if we can pull the replay up. Skip cooldown lap. Do replay about 10 minutes in. Let's watch the Caterhams. It's probably going to be like one of the last guys here. Do trackside camera. Get 10x here. We're about 6-7 minutes in. I do wish I could scrub. I don't think you can. Yell at me in the chat if I can scrub and you just don't have it, because it drives me nuts. Especially my base shaker right now is going crazy because it still has the telemetry from my car. Can we do? Let's do the chase camera just for now. Oh, there we go. Whoop. Back it up a little. He just gets turned. Oh yeah, his buddy just flips him right over. That was rude. Alright, let's continue. And let's do one more race. Why not, right? more sec. I'm just checking a couple of things. Alright, let's, you know what, we're just gonna do the same thing. We don't need a ton of practice here. I've done this a little bit. I haven't done it in this car. I did a little bit of practice the other day, so we're just gonna skip to the end, and we're gonna do qualifying. And then, so no resets in qualifying. I do reset in practice sometimes. I will reset qualifying, like if I do something stupid, like get a pit penalty or a grid penalty because I didn't smack my pit button.
It exit is clear. We've got 40 minutes to settle out.
But
We've got cold brakes all round.
if I screw up my whole qualifying 15 minutes because I'm bad at driving, then I'm bad at driving. This track has been, this one's rough for me. I have a love-hate relationship with it. Like, these corners are so much fun until I overdrive them, slide off. I try and overdrive, save a little bit of time here and there. This corner is one where I will sometimes die on. I mean, like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with this track. It feels really great when I nail this corner. Should kind of be one big turn. This is where I start to have frustrations. Especially without ABS. This is new. In this car, I haven't quite figured out that corner yet. And then I'm trying to overdrive right through here. Because like it's like, oh yeah, you can go faster, and then this corner just catches you out. I have to tell myself, as much fun as you think you can go, that's your breaking point. Especially since you can't see great. Maybe one of these days I'll try this track in VR and see if that helps me. But, not in VR. Now I found in this car at least a breaking point right there. Tires are still cold. They are struggling for grip. So I haven't done a full warm tire run yet. shift, but I also don't. Because by the time I shift, I'm gonna have to shift. I'm gonna have to go, when I go into fourth, I'm gonna have to go right back into third.
It's just 56. Two. Temperatures are okay.
Alright, so we're first in class. This is another turn that I have to remind myself you can overdrive a lot. You get that first bite and you start turning, you're like, whee, I can go! And then you get on the gas and you get caught with your pants down.
Cold tires. We need to get some heat into it.
Oh no, yep. Trying to drive a little fast into there.
See right front looking into the old hairpin.
Yeah, I see right front locking there too, Chief.
Right side. Clear right.
Slow through there. The Caterhams, I've tried driving. I've tried driving them and I've had mixed luck. I want to do one thing for you guys while I'm here. HUD layout. Is this the pedal? Car info. Penalties, name. Board, relatives. Maybe this is what I want. I'll do full. Yeah, that doesn't show me my tires though. Let's do this. We'll do the tires and brakes, and we'll turn this to so you guys can see my pedal inputs. Save it. Done. Alright, return to hits, skip to end, simulate the session. So yeah, we're not too much terribly faster. But I just need one quick second here. Alright, so let's do this one race, and then I might call it, but you know, it's been decent. I haven't screwed up too terribly.
Pole position, 15
It
minutes.
is not
Okay,
rainy.
Adam, are you ready? Watch for the lights.
I keep forgetting that I have a hand clutch. I mean, if we were going for authenticity. Oh god, I'm busy watching my watch. Come on, tape. Whoa. Just drove. I don't know why he braked it. Just brake checked me. Alright, head back in the game. Hey man,
Still there.
we got a race to win.
Watch your line. Clear left.
Not like this, not
Right.
crap.
Clear left.
Take it out to do for that. Man, I should have taken the ladybug livery.
Watch your line. Clear left.
good spot. I just gotta give crew chief a little bit more volume. I can't hear it very well. Alright. One other thing that I would really like in AMS2 is mappable menu buttons.
Far ahead is continue.
I have to pick up a keyboard. The best sim racing accessory ever is a Logitech keyboard with the trackpad and everything. But you know, most other games I can use buttons on my steering wheel, stuff on my button box,
On your left.
something to operate the menus.
Hold your line. Hold your line.
I have difficult time
Still there. Clear left.
Okay, Adam, the next car is Harlan.
Right side.
trying not to dive
Still
into
there.
the yeah.
Still there.
There's a
Hold
lot
your
of
line. Still there. Still
there's a
there.
lot of room there, and it looks like, oh, I got plenty of room.
Hold your
I
line.
can run wide, late break,
Clear right.
destroy my competition, and what it turns out is everything you destroy isn't you.
E7, car ahead is Lopez.
Alright, so we're doing okay. As long as we're paying attention. Gained quite a few spots there. We still have 10.5 minutes left. The leaders are quite a bit ahead of us, though. Again, I would like a podium.
We've got cold tyres, 80s and 80s.
On your left. Clear left.
My HUD changes didn't save. So apologies for just pausing in the middle of a race. HUD layout. Change that to full. Change this to full. Right here. Save it. Go back. Hopefully I don't die because now I'm out of my rhythm.
You've got 10 minutes left, 10 minutes to go.
You guys can see my inputs. Tell me how terrible I am. Let's see what we can do here.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your
I
line.
was slow Gap to first.
P8, 3.2 behind.
Even I don't think he was paying attention to it.
Car right. Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line.
Outside
Clear
a
right.
little bit better there if you're fighting with somebody.
Well done. The next car is Mendes.
They want to be able to turn out and they can't, so they have to slow down and stay in. They brake a little early. Well, these guys pretty much have rivalry. There's the end of that little green merge line there.
Left side. Clear left.
Come on, guys. Right behind us is catching up.
Left side. Still there.
Slide there. Just trying
Clear left.
to get through these guys.
Nice move, mate. Okay, Adam. The next car is Richards.
Boxers there.
On your left. Hold your line. Clear left. Right side. Hold your line. Clear right.
It's coming for me, that's for sure.
Keep it up. Looking good here. P3. You're halfway home. Complete your fuel. 5 minutes to go. This is good. We'll be on the podium if we can keep it together.
I don't know who's driving. Try and make that squeeze.
On your left. Hold your line. Clear left.
Give them a little space through here because they'll tend to go a little slower. They're breaking earlier than me.
Left side.
Oh gosh, no.
Clear left.
That was close.
Yellow flag. Safety car is out.
Uh-oh.
Follow Richards.
Don't know what happened there.
We think there's Lovren, Thompson, and Tom crashed in the S's.
I will say I think that there's more crashes. I mean, I don't know if it's just the nature of this series or what, but very rarely do I have. Oh god, yeah.
It's alright.
What's going on with that Caterham just sitting on the track?
Lovren is now retired.
Yeah, he's retired because he's on his side. I wish I had my fan on. I'm getting sweaty. Just a little bit. I do like these cars. I love driving all sorts of stuff. I find these cars really fun. They're not too squirrely, but you still have to have an active hand on the wheels. There's no ABS, so you got to modulate your braking. I should not be checking my watch for notifications, even while I'm trying to catch fair. Like, my tires are not that warm. AMS says they're good. But, Fujita say they're good. Even my dashboards talking about how
We're going green next time by.
but this was helpful because now we're bunched up again.
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
I got one lap basically to try and take both of those guys by. But the big thing that I need to tell myself, and you might hear me tell myself a couple of times as I'm going through here, is don't give up third place or first.
Alright, Adam, be ready. We're going green.
Pit limiter is off. I've done that before. Where I've just had the pit limiter on to help manage some of the speed. Thing is, we're gonna get, we're probably gonna get the green flag as we go through that hairpin.
Safety cars out. Green flag.
A little bit of a short shift there.
Last lap, looking good for a podium.
Far left. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line.
Try not to be a terrible citizen and push it over the track.
Clear left.
Nice pass. Nice one, Adam.
We gained a lot of time there. Yeah, it was, could be just rear-wheel drive.
Left side. Still there. Still there. Clear left.
Held those out on the last lap.
Good stuff. Keep it going.
Feels like they have a little bit more straight line speed.
Clear left.
Oh man, they touched the line. Got out
Sand track limits there.
That's a track limits warning. That's great. These last two
On your right.
rounds.
Clear right.
Rear end got away from me a little bit there.
Vicky has taken the win.
That him was getting swirly again. And
What a fantastic drive. Well done, Adam.
alright, these cars are fun. I would definitely, if you have the Copa Musta, Copa Classic, all those guys, if you've been just running like GT3s or LMDHs or Indy cars, or give some of these older cars a chance. Like, they're fun. They do require a little bit of different driving style. You kind of got to figure them out a little bit. I don't know. I found myself really having a fun time with these things. I don't know why. There's a lot of times when I'm driving cars track you want me to toss into my next championship. I just basically just copy and pasted this one from a different one. I like to throw in some British tracks. Watkins Glen's one of my favorites. I don't know if I put Laguna Seca in here. That one might be interesting with this car if it's in here. Because this thing might have a hell of a time in the corkscrew. I might be using naughty words in the corkscrew. Because this thing being mid-rear with all that weight back there might have some issues trying to kind of even just roll it through it. I might have to just 0 miles an hour here. I may have to do a little bit of work to just try and keep on the gas a little bit while rolling down it. Maybe I need a little brake. We'll see.
What's your speed?
I'm watching my speed. There we go. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for stopping by if you stopped by. And we'll pick it up for the next couple of races.